Good morning, Denny. It is Friday, March 25th. And I'm sad. I'm sad and I don't know why. It has been a long 2016 so far, and I don't know why. It's the end of March. It shouldn't be this long already. It's crazy. I honestly can't remember if I slept last night, but I do remember waking up. It could have been me waking from sleep, or me going from slightly hallucinogenic to being pissed off at my alarm. But I'm starting to lose faith in the fact that I control my own happiness. I set those 7 goals last week to try and make myself a happier, more fulfilled person. And even just after a week, I have been showing signs of defeat. I'm not sure if I've told you this, but it seems kind of like in my life there is a constant theme of delayed gratification. And don't get me wrong, I often sacrifice long-term gains for short-term happiness, but it seems like overall, on a whole, that I prepare for the future. That I just am not enjoying being young, and that I'm just waiting for middle age as the promised happiness factory that I've heard whispers of, that I will be a satisfied member of society with productive means for fulfillment, as opposed to an aimless wandering youth. So I've been feeling this low-key sense of dread for a while now. I'm not quite sure where it started. And I was going to put out a vlog today about my button collection, but I decided, I don't think that's what I need right now, because right now I have one person who will listen to me unconditionally. So if that's not a good excuse to ramble about my personal whatever feelings, this kind of feeling in the past week at least came to a real big fruition when actually my friend Seth texted me instead of me texting a friend. He asked me, and I quote, "What is something that breaks your heart?" He's an existential little piece of turd like that, because he asks me big questions and expects me to have big philosophical answers. He expects way too much of me, which I feel like a lot of people do. And I responded with this giant rant for some reason. I don't know why. But I said, wasted potential breaks my heart. Like most things, wasted potential is about me. They say hell is when you meet the person you could have become. And I am not a great man. In the daring face of my wasted potential, I surprisingly give up. I don't stand up to the challenge. I shrink. After that, I realized that I am my own worst enemy. But the worst thing about that situation is you're going to lose every time you play. I stay up way too often pondering why I'm not better. At my old high school, keep in mind this is a bunch of rich white kids, they used to say, to whom much is given, much is expected. Well, throughout my entire life, I've been given so much, and a lot has been expected of me, but I feel like I almost always fail to meet those expectations. I could be running a Fortune 500 company right now. I could be curing cancer. I could be doing a lot of things, but my consolation prize is that I can talk people into thinking I'm doing something. But talk is cheap, and I often go to bed unsatisfied. I'm a miserable man, and I almost exclusively have myself to blame, and so in short, I make my heart break. But I honestly do not know the answer to the question, how do you stop being your own worst enemy? Because I'm tired, Denny. I'm gonna be honest, I'm tired. I feel like I'm doing squat, and even if I am doing squat, and I would at least like to enjoy it, but I'm not. I'm just apathetic sometimes. But don't you worry, I'm going to have a little R&R this weekend alone at home. So I have that to look forward to, and I will see you on Monday. DFTBA, stay super. And I guess if you want to check out the alternative to today's vlog, I'll link it in the doobly-doo. I don't know, it could be a learning experience for us both.